Hey boys and girls, this is Larry. It's at the end of day 2. You can see I got quite a bit done. Starting to look like a room again instead of a train room. But anyway, you kind of see my type of girder type bench work that I use. Got wires hanging all over. There's how my waterfall looked. There's the pipe coming up in the back. Then up there at the top was the double spout, so I had it running on both edges to keep it away from the center where I had an island in it. That bridge there, I can't quite figure out how I got that in there yet, so I got to work on that. But you can see everything's gone. Huge mess. So let's go out here and I'll show you my remainings. Here's all my buildings. I was able to save all the buildings, of course, but I wasn't anticipating saving this much of the mountains. By using that technique where you do the 1-inch cardboard lattice, and then you go ahead and put a paper towel soaked in drywall mud over it until it hardens, and then start laying your molds in there. This stuff peeled like a banana. I mean, look how much I got. I may not even have to make another molding at all. I mean, I've got some that are curve inward, curve outward. I got corners. I've got all kinds of pieces. I got some great big pieces, but you can kind of see this is what what it all looks like. There's my big layout, my big corner trestle there. I'm going to use that somewhere, I think, in the coal mining on real short turns, narrow turns, small engines and things like that. But this is it. So just want to let you know what the end of day 2 looked like. I'll keep coming back until I'm done here, people. See you in a bit. Boys and girls, this is day 3 of the teardown of the U&B Railroad. Hey, what a mess. You can see that I got my waterfall all down. I got my town half disassembled. I got to leave the rest of it up until I get done. I'm kind of using it as a table. But I want to show you, now I'm starting on the coal mine. And I want to give you a couple facts for those of you who are just starting a layout, or you may already know this, but it might help some of you guys that are just getting started. I want to show you a lot of overkill that is not necessary. See those cross braces? Not necessary. Do not screw your legs from both sides, 2 here, 2 there. Total waste. Too much time. Build your layout as if you got to tear it down the second you finish it. And I know you're saying, oh, I'm never going to tear it down. Yes, you will. You're going to tear it down. So just make it as convenient to tear down as you put it up. Another big tip, always use the same screw heads. You've got slot, Phillips, Torx, and the squares. I started out with Phillips. They strip like crazy. Then I went to the squares. Again, they stripped. Finally went to the Torx. That's the way to do it, guys. If you're going to start fresh, use Torx. Make sure it's all the same size of torque. There's plenty of different ones, I think, going all the way from size 10, 15, there's 20s. Just make sure they're all the same, and you'll get a much better bench work to put up and to tear down. I have found I also have some bolt head screws. I don't know where they came from, but you know, I'm having a heck of a time tearing all this down time-wise because I overdid everything because I simply didn't know. I have never ever done this in my life, but I'm finding out now it's not necessary to put 6 screws in a 2x2. You know, you got to remember, the most this is going to hold, maybe each leg might hold a maximum of 100 pounds. And nobody's going to get up and walk on your layout. It's not a house. You're not going to live on it. So you don't have to build it rock solid and able to withstand 10,000 pounds of pressure. And that's kind of what I did. I just, you know, went way overboard. But I'm just trying to give you a couple helpful hints of those that are just getting started. And if you're doing indoor or even outdoor, you know, like I said, just don't build it overkill and always use the same screws throughout the entire layout. And I think you'll be a lot happier once you start tearing it down, and you'll see the simplicity of it all. But anyway, that's my tips of the day. This is where I'm at. So I'll just keep you posted as I keep going. Over and out. Hey boys and girls, this is Larry, ubrailroad.com. Check me out. You are looking at the very last screw I took out of my entire layout. I'm totally done with it now, and I'm going to show you where things were before I tore it down. As you can see, that this room is actually not very big. I mean, there's all my woods, miscellaneous, and my trees. And like I said, this room's only 13 by 27. I utilized 10 by 27. Right here, you can see the line in the carpet. Right here, this is Ugnaught lumber. Over here was Butterknocks mining, and this was the town. The only thing left to do now is knock out the plaster, steam clean the carpet, paint the walls, fill the holes. And you know what? I think we're moving, guys. My wife decided she wanted to move, and I thought this is the best time to do it while the layout's down. So I will keep you all posted and let you know what's going down. In the meantime, people, remember the two things I told you if you're going to start a new layout. Always use the same screws. Try and screw them in as straight as you can. Don't put hidden screws in because you won't find them when you take it apart. And then just take your time. Think ahead of time of what you're going to do and don't rush through it, and you guys are going to do just fine. This is Larry, over and out.